Welcome to 5 Minutes With, a podcast where we connect with team members from across the country about their journeys, life stories, and whatever else that comes up. I'm your host, Yosef Saleh, and it only takes 5 minutes to connect. Let's welcome today's guest, Information Security Associate from California, Robert Lawton. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Yosef. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, Robert, I know you from helping the engagement team out with our virtual town halls. Thank you for that.
Oh, that was a blast. I still remember when we started out, our beginnings were so humble, but your team has come so far. I recently sat with them during one of the town halls, and they have their jobs down so much better than I do now. It was impressive.
Oh, thank you. So, Robert, you've been with HCA in some capacity for about 7 years now. Mm-hmm. And during that time, you've been in IT vendor management, technology asset, video conferencing systems, mobile device, and now InfoSec. What's been your favorite?
Well, InfoSec's hard to beat. We've got a great team and we're implementing some very important and highly complicated tools, which keeps me challenged. I do sometimes get a little nostalgic for the simpler days. Like when I was doing cell phone stuff, I got to talk to people all over the company, and that was a lot of fun. I got to know people in sales, for instance, and they turned out to be a very interesting and colorful bunch of people. I miss talking to them. So I love InfoSec, but some of my other jobs definitely had their appeal.
Oh, great to hear. Well, what would be some advice that you would give someone who wants to break into the IT field and maybe do what you're doing now?
Well, back when I was young, being a geek wasn't considered cool, so I still remember staring lovingly at this Apple IIe computer at in the counselor's office at Costa Mesa High School and wanting to play with that darn thing and thinking, well, I'll never get a date if I'm seen playing with that darn thing. So figuring out what you're all about is important. What draws you. For me, it was technology. I love screwing around with technology, and luckily, I can make money doing that. So I wish I'd figured that out earlier.
So it's finding your passion. And
yes.
Heading towards that. And I'm assuming some sort of education.
I worked at a tribal college for 2 years. You think I could remember that? Yeah. Our college, we did so much good in that community, and the people who came there learned a lot more than just the technology, mind you, but the technology alone was worth learning.
Great. Well, why HCA? Could you describe the HCA culture and what really sets us apart?
Sure. It's big, it's diverse. I've met people from cultures people from all around the world here, and it's been a lot of fun getting to know how different people in different cultures do different things. What really grabs me, though, is Hyundai is a technology company. They've come so far. They bought Boston Dynamics. They're one of the affiliates is building flying cars now. They seem to have their finger on the pulse of the future, and they're heading in that direction full speed. And I want to be part of that.
Flying cars, I can't wait for that.
Me either. I used to watch the Jetsons when I was a kid growing up. I love that cartoon, and all my friends have complained to me about, oh, your crazy technology, where's my flying car? Well, I hope to be able to deliver on that one day.
Yeah, definitely. Well, just hearing some of your stories, Robert, you've overcome a lot of adversity growing up and have come from humble beginnings. What have you learned from that?
Well, I learned about perspective, that's for sure. When I was a little kid, living in Costa Mesa with a single mom, the whole world seemed so big and my little problem seemed so small. It was easy to think they didn't matter. But as I grew older, I started to see the world as a bigger and bigger place, and my problems became smaller and smaller. And it's important for you when you're little to like if you've got a painting and you want to pull that frame out so you can see more of what the painting is. Life is a lot bigger than the way you sometimes frame it. So something that really resonated with me was something Dolly Parton said a long time ago: find out who you are and do it on purpose. I think we don't spend enough time figuring out who we are and then going out there and doing it on purpose. I love that line.
Yeah, leave it to Dolly to come through with that wisdom, right?
Oh, she's amazing.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you to my guest, Robert Lawton, and our listeners for tuning in. I'm your host, Yosef Saleh, and it only takes 5 minutes to connect.